I like to say happy Sambwadi, Samba Salamba, Samba Salama, sorry, excuse me. Samba Salama. Sabbath peace to all. Glory to the Most High Tata Nzambi, Congo, Yambi Congo. Greetings to all. I'd like to say thank the Most High for blessing us, giving us Bilaka throughout the days of this week, and allowing us to be here on another Sambwadi. And just drink some ginger tea and turmeric. Excuse me. So today, we hopefully will set some things in order that most of the world is in great confusion on multiple levels. So, but the Most High is not confused. He is not divided. His authority is over all things. So we are endeavoring to make some things clear. The Most High does not abide in the midst of confusion. He does not abide in division. And I'm going to show you this today. All right. Enough of that. Let's get cracking. Let me. All right. So our first scripture is Deuteronomy 6th chapter. So now these are the commandments these are the commandments, the statutes and the judgments which Tata Nzambi, your Mfumu, commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither you go to possess it, that thou mayest fear Tata Nzambi thy Mfumu, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy sons and thy sons' sons, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Isolale, observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as Tata Nzambi thy Mfumu of thy fathers has promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. So we know that the attributes of milk and honey, in order to get honey, you need plant life. And to get milk, you have to have livestock of various sorts. So your livestock produces offspring, and the offspring drink milk until they get old enough to eat regular grass, cattle of various sorts, this and that. So it's a greatly fertile land, and there's no other land. I showed you this. This is just a cliff note. I showed you this in another video, the true land of scripture. So anyway, Hero Isolale, Dr. Zombie or Mfumu is one Mfumu. Thou shalt love Dr. Zombie thy Mfumu with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. So this is the understanding of this, that he is one. He is not divided. He is one. He is one, singular. There's only one true and living Yah. Okay. And he wants us to be likewise. So our being is not to be divided. We can't serve the devil. We can't be in the kingdom of Yah, and we can't be in simultaneously in the kingdom of Satan. And this is where the world is at. Where whatever religious organization you belong to, whatever religion you belong to, they're only giving you quarter truth, half truth, whatever it may be, you're not getting the entirety of truth. They're not giving you the full story of who the Most High is. They're not giving you the full story of who the people of the book are. They're not even giving you any of that. So this is, so I often say this, that the system that we live in and the system of the world, particularly this United States, which is part of it's all one thing. It's all under the kingdom of Satan. A lot of people will say that the system is broken. And I say the system is not broken. The system is working exactly how it's supposed to. It is a well-oiled running machine. And it is running exactly how it was designed to run, because Satan's kingdom is not divided. Neither is the kingdom of the Most High. So part of the tactics of Satan is to appear to create confusion among the masses. To create confusion among the masses. But be not dismayed, or don't get it twisted at all. Don't get it twisted at all. Satan's kingdom is not divided. So the confusion of the world is his intent. The confusion of the masses is his intent. The powers that be, they know exactly what's going on, why it's happening, all that. That's part of the motto of the what's it called? Freemasonry. Or is it something out of confusion? I can't remember how it goes, but it's order out of confusion. They think they can bring order out of confusion, right? So what they do is they create a problem. Whatever problem is going on in society, they create this problem. Diseases, famines, weather phenomenon, uh, um, whatever it may be, whatever the problem is in society, whether in just the United States or the whole world. And we've seen this recently, in the last couple of years. Then they have a solution already before they release the problem. They already have a solution, or if it's like a disease, they already have a cure. It's like most people don't know, they got a patent on different cures. I'm saying cures of, they got a cure for cancer, they got a cure for the common cold. Don't see, this is part of the confusion that the kingdom of Satan does. But in our eyes, or in our minds, everything's in a state of confusion, and it's meant to be that way. But the kingdom most high is not confused. For Yah is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. So the Most High has nothing to do with confusion or division. He has nothing to do with that. Okay? So that's the world scale. Down to the kingdom of Yah. Okay? Whether it be Christianity, Islam, Judaism, whatever world religion is out there, every single one of them, no matter what it is, Buddhism, all these different religious aspects, religious entities, they all have a monicum of truth to it, a bit of truth to it. Whatever, I don't care what it is, they all have some bit of truth in their belief system, right? But you can't have a bit of truth, or a bit of truth, and serve the true Most High. It's like in Egypt, Egyptian culture, many gods, Most of their gods were half animal, half man. But one occasion when Abraham went down into Egypt, and a servant of the king saw how beautiful his wife was and came and took her. And the Most High came to the king by night and told him, like, I'm cursing you and your house. He cursed him and his house. And one thing led to another. Sent for Abraham. Abraham went to get his wife back. And the king was upset because his household was cursed because he had took another man's wife. So he was upset with Abraham that you didn't tell him that this was his wife. You know, you brought a curse upon me because I didn't know it was your wife. She said she was your sister, right? Which was not a lie. A lot of people think it was a lie, but it's not a lie. So what it boils down to is that in an idolatrous environment, they knew adultery, sleeping with another man's wife, was absolutely forbidden. So I'm just giving you an example of mingling truth with falsehood, or paganism with non-paganism. And we cannot do that. We will never be acceptable to the Most High in any shape, form, or fashion if we be partakers of any type of paganism. And we have to understand this and get this in our minds, that we are supposed to reject all forms of paganism. No matter what we think, what our perceptions are, we are to reject all forms of paganism. Okay. Now, therefore, fear Tata Nzambi and serve him in sincerity and in truth. I'm sorry, this is Joshua 24 chapter, starting at verse 14. All right. Now, therefore, fear Tata Nzambi and serve him in sincerity and truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye Tata Nzambi. And if it seem evil unto you to serve Tata Nzambi, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Tata Nzambi Yakongo. All right. So you can't have it both ways. Christianity is giving you paganism and non-paganism. Islam is giving you paganism and non-paganism. And it really doesn't matter the levels of truth versus paganism. It's still mingled. The Most High is pure, and he wants his people to be pure. I just showed you script in New Testament where it says, Bilaka are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yah. Right? Okay. Let's see. This is Matthew 6th chapter. Trying to see where I want to start. Okay, I'll start at verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth or rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and nor steal. For where your treasures is, there will your heart be also. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. So our eyes are focused. This is what it's saying. This is the understanding. Our focus is to be on the Most High. So a good example is when some of the disciples were out fishing. Peter was with them. And I think the Messiah was walking on the water. And at first they thought it was a spirit, but as he got closer, they realized it was him. And so Peter saw him and he asked him, if it be him, let me come, to him on the water. And he said, come. So Peter started walking on the water. And as he was walking on the water, his eyes, his mind, everything was focused on the Messiah. Right? But all of a sudden, the wind started blowing and the water started getting boisterous, the waves started rising up. Peter took his focus off the Messiah and began to sink. And he called out to Messiah, save me, I perish. So he saved him, and the Messiah asked him, why did you doubt? So this is the concept of doubting. When our minds and our focus is other places other than what is pleasing to the Most High, that's doubting. When our pleasures supersedes the pleasures of the Most High, that's doubting. It's goes beyond, it goes beyond unbelief. And he also said all unbelief is sin. So just because you don't understand truth of different things, the truth of the will of the Most High, and you have your own point of view, you got to be careful. Must be very careful. Don't take things for granted that the Most High is pleased with this or that. We need to have our focus on the Most High at all times. And I'm not saying that I do, because I don't. I'm subject to failure just like anybody else is. But I know where my focus should be. And the Most High is helping me in see that. All right. So that's what this is saying. If our eye be single. So this goes to, it says the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye, singular, be single, thy whole body shall be full. That. So this goes into what is known as, I forgot, just like that. The pineal gland, where the center of our being, basically, of our mind. And Satan knows this. His ministers know this, that if our there's another word I want to use, I can't remember. Oh, they call it the third eye, but this should be our first eye. This is what this is referring to. So when we get to a certain stage in the Most High, we'll be able to see things as they really are, not in just the natural world, but the spiritual world. Okay, simultaneously, right? But that takes a lot of devotion, and denying self, right? So, okay. The whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, the whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore if the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? So either if you have an evil mind, corrupted mind, then you're full of darkness and you can't see any light. You can't see truth. With these different terms, like light is referring to the truth of the Most High, right? The truth of the Most High. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yah and Mammon. Okay? So in all religions, I ain't gotta say nobody's name because y'all already know. It doesn't matter where you are on the continent, on the face of this earth. Money is the god. Mammon, riches, wealth, rules, greed, greed. Whether Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, whatever, wherever, whatever your religious flavor is, this is their god, Mammon. And they have no parts with the Most High. If this is as if your God is Mammon, then the Most High Yah, Tata and Zombie, in Fumbu, Yahweh in Fumu, he ain't got nothing to do with you. You can't serve two masters. All right. Let's see. What's this one? Okay, I messed up. Oh, is it? Did I? Nope. Let's see. Where am I? Matthew 12. Oh, I never found. There's something in here. Um. Oh, this is it right here. Okay. 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 Here we go. Verse 22. This is Matthew 12. Then was brought unto him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he healed him in so much that the blind and the dumb both spake and saw. And all the people were amazed and said, is not this the son of David? But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, this fellow do not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of devils. So if all who don't know, this word Beelzebub, they're back in, I think, the 70s, there was a movie called The Lord of Flies. Lord of the Flies. If you look up this word, that's what that means. Lord of the Flies. Beelzebub. Lord of the Flies. So when people say that, I'll tell you right now, I ask anybody, I don't use the word Lord in any shape, forms, or fashion, because that is Baal or Baal, and Baal means Lord. Lord means Baal. I don't use it, but for this understanding's sake. So this is Beelzebub, means Lord of the Flies, the Prince of Devils, right? So Most High said we're not to invoke or call upon any other deity's name but him. All right. In Exodus, he says that I think Exodus 21. Okay. And Isaiah knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore they shall be your judges. But if I cast out devils by the Spirit of Yah, then the kingdom of Yah is come unto you. Or else how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad. Wherefore I say unto you, all manner of sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto you, forgiven unto men, but the blasphemy against the Mwanda Semi, or the Holy Ghost, shall not be forgiven unto men. All right. So you see, so should be very simple for us, that the tactics and tricks of the adversary are many, and his kingdom, it's like I said at the beginning, his kingdom is not divided. His kingdom is not divided. So my phone got distracted. My phone went off, distracted me. Okay, so when you see all these different preachers, you never see them cast out a devil. If I don't know that I know they got people like that in on the continent. So because of this, if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? Right? So those of preachers that follow Catholicism, which is Christianity, they are serving Satan. And they will have somebody come up and, oh, this person has this problem, this person has this problem, and they put their hands on them and they do whatever and say whatever, and the spirit will be quiet. I've heard testimony of people that were eyewitnesses of a demon coming out of somebody I knew. They're as far as I know, they're still alive. But the person, the demon that the person that the demon was talking to was authority and didn't cast them out. He just told them to be quiet so they can carry on their service. Yes. Yes. So that's what they do. Nobody is ever healed. Demonic forces are not cast out, right? They are just controlled. They are made to be quiet to make the audience think that, oh, this person did great work. But it's all deception. The Most High doesn't do that. The Most High the Most High, the servant of the Most High is going to cast out the devil or whatever the Most High wants the leader to do. That's what he's going to do. And it's going to be done completely. Okay. No confusion, no deception, any of that. All right. All right. Okay. James 3rd chapter, and this is going to be it. My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation. All right. So the more that we know, the more we are required to perform. Okay. If okay, that's it. That's the basic premise. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and also able also to bridle the whole body. Behold, we put bits in horses' mouths that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold, also the ships which though they be so great, they are driven of force winds, yet are they turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth. So to control a horse, you put this thing in the mouth and they bite down on it, and they're able, the rider of the horse is able to control the horse with the reins, right? The same thing with a ship. A little ship may be huge, humongous, but it is controlled by a helm, right? That the pilot of the ship turns it, and compared to the side of the ship, the rudder, the helm, that's what the helm is they're talking about, I think. Or the helm, or the helm is the wheel. I'm sorry. The helm is the wheel, basically. And excuse me, the helm is the wheel. The rudder is the mechanism on the bottom of the boat that turns. If it's not motorized, it still has a helm, and it when you turn the wheel, it'll turn this way or that way, and it'll guide the ship wherever they want it to go. All right, basic premise, okay, of the boat. And so in comparison to the boat itself, the helm and everything that's connected to the helm is small, right? Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. So your tongue, the words are power. Words are power, right? You can't so what this is saying is that how compared to the body, the tongue is a very small member, but it possesses great power in what it is capable of doing, basically, right? For every kind of beast and of birds and of serpents and of things in the sea is tamed and have been tamed by mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Therewith bless we Yah, even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of Yah. Out of the same mouth proceeded the blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. So this is what we as the people of the Most High must learn. I told you, the Most High is not divided and he's not planned. Either we're going to serve him in his way or we are going to serve Satan and be on his side. Can't have it both ways. Either you're going to be on one side or the other. No ifs, and buts, or maybes. Yah is not the author of confusion. Yah is not the author of confusion. Satan is the author of confusion. So we need to speak mercy, compassion to our brethren, right? We need to each other as the people of the Most High. Mercy, compassion, the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, meekness, goodness, faith, right? The fruit of the Spirit, the things that the Spirit manifests, it should manifest out of us completely, all right? Out of the same mouth proceeded blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. Doeth a fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and bitter? Can a fig tree, my brethren, bear olive berries, either a vine figs? So can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh? Who is a wise man and endowed with knowledge among you. Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom. But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not and lie not against the truth. So my grandmother used to have this saying, whatever's in the house is coming to the door. Whatever's in the house is coming to the door, or whoever's in the house is coming to the door. Either way. So whatever is in us is going to come out. Whatever's in us is going to come out. That's it. If our I be singular, then sweet water will come out. Good conversation. Okay. No bitter envying and strife in your hearts. If that's what's in your heart, that's what's going to come out. All right. This wisdom descendeth not from above. So the organization I grew up, yes, I did learn a lot, but what I learned in as I got older, and I just had to come to the realization that how you are and how your demeanor is, how your desires are, and wanting to be upright person serving the Most High in pureness of heart. Not everybody has that in them. And so the problem is when you're in an environment that says they teach the commandments and truth, and then when it's all said and done, you have division, you have fights, you have people joking and putting you down all the time, anytime you're around. Never really exemplifying pureness of heart. Always some type of bitterness, strife. You follow what I'm saying? I'm sure you do. If you teach the commandments, you have to teach love, because there's no separating love from the commandments. You love those that are a part, that are connected to your family. But somebody else that's, that's new, you might show them a little love for the beginning, but as the time goes on, then you'll see that love that they're showing, it was not really real. Okay. This wisdom descended not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. For where envy and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. So if this took place in a so-called environment of teaching the commandments, what do you think is in the environment of an organization or religions that don't teach the commandments? Exactly. To the 100th power. Wickedness to the 100th power. Abomination to the 100th power. Just utter confusion, just complete wickedness. The things that go on behind closed door, we're not even supposed to speak of. That's how wicked they are. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure. First pure. That means it's undefiled, untainted, untarnished. It is completely and totally harmonious. No confusion, no strife, no envy, no evil work in it whatsoever. It is completely pure. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. Christianity, Islam, Judaism, full of hypocrisy, full of partiality, no good fruits. Some good fruits, some, and no mercy. If there was any mercy involved, the state of the world would not be as it is. Simple and plain as that. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace. Them that make peace. So how can anybody did not see this? It's two sides of the same coin. The left wing and the right wing is one bird. If you left wing and the right wing, they make you believe that's two separate sides, but they're part of the same bird. Y'all get it? It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. Satan's kingdom is not divided. There's no right wing. There's a right wing, left wing, but it's part of the same bird. There's two sides to every coin. makes it one coin. I hope I'm making myself very, very clear. This is why the Most High pulled me out of the organization I belong to. Because he let me see firsthand how truly demonic it was. And I'm not going to be part of that. I'm trying to be pure with the Most High, as he is pure. Be ye holy, for I am holy. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your heavenly Father, which is in heaven, is perfect. I'm trying to get there. And I'm trying to proclaim this to whoever will listen. Okay? To Yah be the glory. To Yah be the glory. Yah is not divided. Yah is not the author of confusion in no shape, form, or fashion. There's no confusion. There's no division. There's no partiality. He has no respecter. He is not a respecter of persons. He is one. There's no ring, left wing, right wing. There's no two-sided coin. I hope everybody understands what I'm saying. I hope this message is a blessing to you, and you see that in the ways of the Most High Tata and Zombie, Yahweh Congo, there's no division and confusion. If there be any division and confusion, it comes from another place. And we need to do what is necessary to alleviate ourselves, to rid ourselves of any and all confusion, division, strife, all the things that our fleshly nature is made up of. Right? To Yah be all the Kimbo. Samba Salama. Happy Sambwadi.